is having
He's
a
already
demand
winning.
lead. Press number 2. And you talked about the fireball game. The best part about that, they both have fireballs, and they both can't really clash with each other. So they kind of have to respect each other's fireball game actually one-on-one, because Jury's kind of got the ground one. Chun-Li is more of like the air-based one. So it's going to be an interesting approach. And you mentioned with the normals, that's going to be really huge. But I would say that when it comes to characters doing wake-up defensive decisions, Chun-Li is usually the character that will let it rip with OD Tensho kicks. But I feel like Nephew, I mean, he probably played this matchup a good amount, I would say, right, when it comes to back at home in America. But in Goichi, I really want to see what he has, because I remember in Street Fighter 5, he had one of the most dominating Manots, especially in Season 2. So it's going to be interesting to see. Okay, I like the points low going up with Nephew. Okay, fist bumps here.
Because I know the Americans are out there watching right now, so it's like it's 4 a.m. in the East Coast, but it is 1 a.m. in the West Coast. And Big Neff has a lot of support in the West Coast, so I do see some people out there voting for him.
Yeah, and when you think about the USA representation, I think there was only, what, 2 players, right? Nephew and Jace the Ace. You know, no one probably remembered that Jace the Ace was a person, but his Crimson Viper 4 was amazing.
No, Jace is ridiculous, but he's a Ken player now, so we don't talk about him.
Okay, start with the fireball. Going for the Feng Shui right there automatically. The Fuha Jin start. Oh, nice anti-air there.
So ready for it. And man, they are playing aggressive from the get-go.
They are. You know, Nephew didn't want to take the plus frames there. I mean, the plus frames, the meter, nice perfect parry right there for that awesome punish.
And tried to do it again. What was that wake up? Was that the up kicks?
Yeah, it might have been, but the thing is, sometimes it's, ooh, caught him reaching. Nephew's teaching. You know, he comes from, I would say, the school of punk. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy all day. Nephew has one of the best shimmies. Also, Jury really complements the shimmy game a lot.
Yeah, especially that spacing with the normals that she has, especially when she has you in the corner.
Yes.
That she was up so well to get shimmied or just to get whip punished in general.
Yeah, I know. When you see Chun-Li, the way Goichi played, the thing that really makes him so amazing is his charge. The spinning bird kick charge from going jab and rather strong. But the thing is, it does not matter that overhead, the pesky overhead from Jury right there.
The reset too, because he had that hit, but he's like, nah, I'm going for the full damage of the reset.
Like, that is greedy right there, you know?
I mean, I heard Americans are kind of greedy in the streets.
Just a little bit. But let's see. I mean, Chun-Li, Goichi could do the same thing if he wants to. And I like the little backdash right there. You can't jump against Nephew. Cross cut, whatever. He will get that uppercut out.
Yeah, and something that these 2 players have been doing really well is getting the perfect parry on these fireballs and kind of stopping the drive rush follow-up right after that. They get the counter hit and just take their turn.
Yep, take the turn there. That was almost a drive rush with punish. I feel like a lot of Asia players have been doing that, and I see that Nephew's trying to incorporate it in his own during the tournament. That's like the level up when you go into a tournament, like, oh, that's a new tech. Let me try to add that too.
That's what I'm saying. That's something that Nephew is so good at, is when he sees a new tech, like just Goichi answering with his own overhead, right? But Nephew would see tech and he'd be able to execute in a lot of high-level matches.
Okay, here we go. We're going to go for that. Ooh, look at that. That was an interesting setup in the Serenity stance. Going for the punch version. Nice. And Nephew's so good. Like, it's one of those, like, Hail Marys, but it's like once in a blue moon as well, too, using that Jury dive kick. Spending level 3 there because he's burnt out, and he wants to cause the burn on Goichi's side, but I think it's just barely. Goichi might still have a little bit.
And a pixel left, too. But
oh, no!
He does have the level 1.
That's not going to work, yeah.
No projectile invisibility frame, so that meaty fireball is going to work.
Yeah, that was completely perfect on Nephew. Like, literally, because even if he blocked the fireball, he still has to worry about the plus frames during burnout and also the chip sequence because, you know, in that situation, he doesn't have enough life to afford chip.
Yeah. I'm wondering how Goichi's going to kind of approach this matchup differently now, because I feel like they were both so aggressive, and it was the first game, so you're kind of really feeling each other out and what options you guys tend to do. We saw a lot of wake-up reversals from both sides.
They were up there, a lot of that. I think for Goichi, in my personal opinion, using more of the Serenity stance. I mean, every time he landed Serenity stance in the overhead, into low, it just worked out. Okay, goes for the combo right here.
Nice, perfect. Not perfect parry. Parry.
Yeah.
Went for the perfect parry.
He tries to go for the perfect parry. The tap parry. See, the dive kick is so good. And it's just really hard because it's like, Tensho kicks is already a awkward motion to do, pressing down, down, right? So maybe if Goichi wants to adapt against the dive kick, maybe using standing heavy kick, just because it has more active frames and it lasts longer in the air as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you do, I mean, so he's been so consistent with the Tensho kicks, but if he ends up blocking one of these and baiting out that dive kick, that is a huge punish on his end as well.
It is. Oh, nice. Using a standing heavy punch, that is a great button just to throw out. Okay, I'm coming for you, and that's going to be enough. Just like that from Goichi, putting 1 round on the board in the second game.
I feel like Chun has one of the longest low forwards in the game too, so it checks you all the time.
I mean, these characters, both these characters have great crouch medium kicks, but definitely for sure, I would say Chun-Li's, that's kind of the button that she was known for since Street Fighter 2. Okay, like the throw right there. Hey, Goichi's landing a lot of throws because maybe if you do the research, Nephew is a person that is willing to take the throw. That's kind of like the NA way, just take the throw, right?
I actually feel like Japan is pretty prominent at just taking the throw. You've seen Daigo get thrown 5 times in a row, and on the very last decision is when they decide to switch it up sometimes.
Yeah, you see that right there, getting the punish counter throw. And again, like I said, Nephew can't jump against Nephew, but grabs the drive rush overhead, but gets his own overhead.
Straight into level 2.
Yeah, this is going to be a corner carry. Are we going to get an empty jump throw? What are we going to get? Oh, Serenity stance. A little bit too far for the third standing jab, though.
There's that low 4 that connects, just catching him standing up or just walking back.
Yeah, spending that level 1. You know, that's one of those... I love what Street Fighter 6 does, where they're like making these moves that they see, the developers, they see that people are not using these moves. They're like, well, I want to make this move useful, right? And that's kind of one of the juries, the target combo into level 1. That's really nice.
Yeah, it was like a small change, but it became very, very useful. Same thing for other characters like Marissa and whatnot.
Yeah.
More use of target combos between characters.
Even DJ, too. It's so good. But look at this. Let's see what Chun-Li has to offer. There we go. The heavy punch Kiko show. That's really good. Look at the damage on that.
Into the corner carry, too.
Ooh, can't reach it. He's going to get level 3 here if he can get the full combo, and he does, using the Light Kazanchu, goes to level 3. He's going to a 1-1 Sherry.
And that, just the awareness of the meter usage there, or meter build is what I mean, just to build that level 3.
Yeah, that was
the very last hit.
That was really good, because I think most players from that situation using just a standing medium punch in the back airs, they probably will go into Serenity Stance in the light kick. But Goichi went for light kick Kazanchu because it just gives you a chunk. That was amazing. Brilliant.
Yeah, smart I mean, these are some smart players that we have up here, both of these.
I mean, yeah, Goichi did win a premiere back in the day. Yeah, so he has the champion mentality. Okay, nice little combo right there. Drive rush, you know, even though you might be one of the GOATs, sometimes just checking the drive rush is hard for everybody.
Definitely hard for everybody, especially against juries, because she definitely has one of the best drive rushes in the game.
Yep. Okay, again, that standing medium punch right there. Plus frames all day. Throw a little fireball. Chun-Li got to walk back. And look at that Nephew with the recognition right there.
Yeah, just trying to keep Goichi in the corner. Unfortunately, Goichi is able to escape just with a jump forward.
Yeah, couldn't get the punish counter throw because she got a floaty jump. So, you know, worked out a little bit for Nephew. If it was like a regular character, like Ryu or Ken, she would have got that punish counter throw on the landing. Nice forward heavy punch.
It's a walk-up throw. Oh, there's what a shimmy.
Yeah, I think he was like walking up throw because maybe Nephew's been doing a lot of tap parry. But the thing is, Nephew's doing such a great job at masking it. What a catch right there. That was so good. Forces the burnout. You're going to take this chip damage all day. Beautiful, beautiful sequence from Nephew. Match point.
Yep, spending all that meter just to chip away with that OD fireball from coming from Jury. What a check.
Yeah, great check. Gets the counter hit combo. Goes in the back heavy punch drive rush. Level 1 recognition from Nephew. Young man reactions.
No overhead this time.
Yep.
Oh, answers with his own, but Goichi does block it in time.
We want these overheads. They have been going ham with them.
They have been going. There's this anti-air actually works this time on against dive kick.
Unfortunately, Goichi burns out because of that. So we're going to see if Nephew can take advantage. Tries it right there. Goichi able to dodge right there. Again, but the plus frames on the burnout.
Really smart from Nephew there. He loves doing that instant jump medium punch just to escape throw attempts.
Yes, look at this. Good check right there. Chun-Li's standing light punch is amazing for checking everything. Get off of me, Nephew says.
What a risk.
Oh, this is going to be a big punish, and we're going to go to a final round. Just like that. And Goichi's going to have a little bit of the advantage. Never mind, had to spend 2 bars, so now they're both going to final round with 2 bars each. And we haven't seen Nephew go into Feng Shui yet.
No, not yet. He's been using his meter pretty well just to get damage off of level 1 or go for the burnout against Goichi.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned, once Goichi starts recognizing that Nephew likes going for these dive kicks to beat the anti-airs, he might start blocking, start punishing them, and that's what we saw from the last round.
Yep, exactly. Good call out right there. Nice cross cut with the DP again. Tries to go for a shimmy. Nobody's bite. I think people are going to be willing to take the throw in this final round.
What a whip punish.
Are we spending level 2? No.
He wants the damage for the level 3.
Oh, Nephew, that was risky. That we have to spend a level 3. Good buffer right there. Okay, we're going to be in a very favorable position. Life lead, drive gauge is dire for Goichi right now. Look at that. Burn out. Nephew with 4 bars. Goichi has to react.
really stuck in the corner, and this is a hard position to be in too. The shimmy didn't work this time.
Okay, Nephew, one of the only Americans in this tournament getting top 16 winners. Look at that, sending Goichi all the way down to the losers bracket, and that was an amazing, and I feel like the recognition from Nephew, just able to just like landing so many shimmies. I feel like maybe it was like 3-4 shimmies that he was able to land, and it was just consistent. So I'm kind of curious to see what the replays has to say. Did you guys catch all those shimmies right there? I'm curious.
I mean, again, we mentioned how Jury is one of those characters who has the best shimmies in the game, right? But
okay, look at that. Big combo right there, spending all 3 Fuhajin, go for the cheeky reset like you mentioned earlier. Oh, but
there's that overhead.
A lot of overhead.
They both went for so many drive rush overheads, and I think towards the end they started, either reversing it or ending up blocking it.
Yeah, even Nephew did that one time where, he saw Goichi go for an overhead, go for the level 1 reactions and everything like that. This match could have definitely went either way, I would feel.
Yeah, it was actually very close.
Yeah, it was really, really close. And I think what really sealed the deal between Nephew versus Goichi is probably the meter management. I think Goichi went burnout a few times, and also Nephew was able to land way more level 3s, way more damaging supers compared to Goichi. Goichi was kind of using his meter for the level 2, for the corner carry, but this is also, don't forget, Chun-Li in Season 2, I would say, doesn't really have the best level 2 now compared to the meter building from Season 1. So you have to use meter way more efficient, and you see right here, nice little combo and everything, but maybe if level 3 could have definitely sealed the deal in that situation right there.
Yeah, I think that was like a decision making kind of last minute. Didn't want to spend a level 3 if it wasn't going to kill.
Yeah.
So
look at that nice little combo right there, using the stand medium punch for the pressure, and that was the beautiful one, like you called out. Building the meter, the recognition with the light kick Hazanshu, just to be able to build that chunk, because if you went for Serenity stance light kick into lightning legs, you probably wouldn't have built that level 3 meter. So it was really, really good. Nephew, look at that, walking down, because you can't really clash with a fireball. After he saw the first fireball, went for the OD, and you saw that, like, gets the shimmy as well too.
And just that catch on the air-to-air too, so good coming from Nephew there.
Yeah, because I think Goichi was just kind of probably scared. Like, if he blocked that OD fireball, he would have been burnt out, right? So Nephew covering both options, air to ground, amazing. Nice little combo, and that was an interesting decision right there. Didn't want to spend the level 3 right there.
Which actually would have put Goichi in a very good position, but luckily enough, he was able to catch this round anyways without having to spend the level 3.
I would say that was definitely luckily enough for sure. Okay, spending that level 3 right there. And that was the buffer from the crouching medium punch. The crouch medium punch buffer, I felt like, just Nephew did such an amazing job, because, it's one of those buttons where it's just so active, where if you just